Hey preppers, Homestead Prepper here. I want to show you my project that I'm working on. My air compressor has broken, and what's happened is this little nipple has broken off in there, and that goes to the regulator, this little manifold, the regulator, and of course there's the pressure gauges on there, and I want to show you how to get that out of there. Now I know some of y'all do this all the time. I want to show the people who don't know how to do this stuff, who've never seen it, because I'm telling you that an economic collapse is coming, an economic tsunami is coming to America. And you know, I know a lot of y'all are preparing for the the end of the world as we know it, SHTF, the road warrior scenario, and you know, I'm preparing for that too, and I recommend you do too. But if it doesn't happen, you're going to be left with very little money, and you know, a lot of times people would just throw this out and go buy a new one. You can go Harbor Freight, probably get one for, you know, $20 or $30. I paid, well, I don't know what I paid for this one. I got it as a kit, and it came with some finish nailers and some brad nailers and stuff like that. I got it up at Home Depot. I think it cost around $300 a few years ago, and I used it for the trim carpentry I did on my house. Did it myself. But anyway, you're going to need to know how to fix things, and you may have all the toolkits in the world, but you need to know how to use them. And I suggest you start trying to fix things now. And there's always stuff that's broken. Don't throw it out. Repair it. So this is what I'm going to show y'all. Okay. So to get that broke off pipe in there, what we need to do is you might be able to get it out with a pair of vice grips, but if it's broke off even, not going to happen. You might be able to, you know, get a screwdriver in there, but I like to use the right tool, and the right tool is a extractor set I got up at Sears, $12.99. So we pull out the proper extractor, put that in there, just tap it in. You take your wrench and you kind of work it. You don't want to just, you know, shear it off. Okay, there we go. Alright, well that actually comes out of there pretty easy. It comes out like that, and there you go. There's the problem. Thing is broke off. Always put your tools back where you find them, or you have a big mess. Now, this was threaded on the outside, and that is where that little piece went to. Anyway, it broke off, and it was threaded and it was spun on there, and I noticed that if I were to try and spin that on there again, it's going to hit this. I'm going to have to remove all of that, which these pieces right here are welded on. So apparently they put this on and then they welded that on from the factory because it made it easier for them. Now, a lot of people would probably give up at this stage, but you know, I'm the Homestead Prepper, and you know, I like to save my dollars. Any dollar I can save is something I can, you know, put towards food, some type of preparation, ammunition, gas, whatever. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how you save this thing. Now, I guess you could buy one, you know, but it'd be still cheaper to fix it than it is to go out and buy it. So what you do is I got a pipe that I'm going to put in here, because like I said, if you put a short pipe in here, you're never going to be able to spin it on there, is the way the pipe works. So what I did is I got a drill bit that matched with a matching tap. This is 1/4 inch NPT. Okay, it's made for this type of pipe, which screws into that, and I'm going to screw it into this. So you just drill this out, take your time. Now I've already drilled it for time purposes, and you once you get it drilled out, you put the tap in there, and what you do is you work it back and forth. Let me just spin in there a little bit. Now you can use oil, but this is aluminum. It's pretty soft. With steel, I would probably put some type of oil in. So what you're going to do is you're going to work it like this, and every time you go a little bit farther, and you go a little bit farther, and then you spin it out, clean out, and eventually you get the thing tapped out like that. Okay? And you need to put some type of sealer around there. It's going to leak, and you can use this paste, which that's fine. Now I prefer using this Teflon tape. Now if you put the Teflon tape on, you have to make sure you do it the right way. because if you have to put it on like I'm doing it right here. And the reason, I'm going to show you in just a second. Okay, that's fine. Is you want it to go the way you're threading. If you put it on the opposite way and you try and spin that in there, it's going to unspin and it's not going to make a good seal. And you brutes out there, y'all don't need to, like I said, just put all of your might on this. What you want to do is just snug it, okay, nice and snug. Don't get your friends over here, because what will happen is that'll break off again, and then you're back to square one. Now, like I said, to avoid the problem of it hitting this thing, I'm going to put a taller piece on there, and I'm going to put this 90 on there. Turn it like that, and then I have this small nipple, which I've already put the Teflon tape in there. See the stuff goes around like that, and then that's the way you're spinning, so it doesn't unwind. You do it one time, you'll figure it out. I'm going to be very careful with the threads, of course. Alright, and then what we want to do is we want to screw this on. Seeing how that just barely clears that, you know. I guess that's why stuff is so cheap today, the way they design it. It makes it really hard on people. Sorry about that. Alright, and this is the pressure regulator. We can go ahead and put that on. That, of course, tells it when to go off, you know, so it just doesn't keep building and building pressure till it blows up. And you know, a word about tools. You can buy cheap tools. You can buy those screwdrivers with wooden handles, and you know, you get a couple uses out of them. I recommend you go down and get you a nice, good screwdriver. You can't see this, but this is a Klein. This is a screwdriver of an electrician, and they are made extra tough because electricians are notoriously brutal on their tools. And this, I think, is Stanley. It'll work too. It's a lot less expensive, but get a good quality tool. Don't get a piece of junk. And put this hose clamp on here. Pretty sure y'all can figure out how to put a hose clamp on. Okay. And we got that there. Oh, I like that better already. And if it ever breaks again, it's going to be a whole lot easier to fix it. These are the pressure gauges. I've already Teflon taped those. Those just screw right back in there. Well, if I wasn't on camera, they would just screw right back in there. Okay. And then there we go. And you'll notice that my tools are kind of beat up looking. That's because I use my tools. Alright, this right here. Oh, and you people out there that say that, oh well, it's cheaper just to hire somebody than it is to buy the tools. Well, that is false. You're going to come out a lot better by buying your own tools. These tools have paid for themselves over and over, and also not only these tools save me money, they've made me money. Okay, so get some good tools, and I guess we're going to get back to fixing the thing, huh? Alright, so just tighten that up like that, and this is my little gizmo right here, so I can run, if you can't see it, so I can run two air lines all at the same time. I did that so I could run the finish nailer and my wife could run the palm nailer when we build our house. Okay, well that's it. And like I said, instead of this thing would have been in the trash heap, and now I guarantee it's going to work. Alright, that's all I want to show you. Homestead Prepper out.